Hello, beautiful, beautiful young people. Miss Williams Ward here, and today I am going to be reading a very funny book called Bark George by Jules Feiffer. But before I do that, I'd like to talk about the different parts of a book. So, of course, the first thing you see is the front cover, and the front cover has the title of the book and the author. The author is the person who wrote it, Jules Feiffer. The next thing I want to show you is the spine of the book. Now, this spine is really thin, so I'm going to show you the spine of a different book to give you a better example. The spine of the book always has the title of the book. This title is Dogman, A Tale of Two Kitties by Pilkey. So you see the title of the book, and you see the author, and you see the publishing company down in the corner. When you think of the spine of the book, think of the spine in our bodies that hold us up. It's kind of like a binding that kind of keeps the book together. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the title page. The title page, here's the title again, Bark George. This is the title page, and you notice that the title page also has the author on it as well. The next thing I want to show you is the copyright page. The copyright page has all the legal information. Legal is all the stuff that can keep you out of trouble. So books also have dedication pages. This particular book has the dedication on the copyright page. So you see there, you see to Madeline. This book was written for a special person. Authors, the people who write the books, oftentimes will dedicate their books to people who inspired. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the copyright page. Now, the copyright page, like I said, it has all of the legal information. Legal is things that keep you out of trouble. What you need to remember about copyright is when something is copywritten, you can't just take that material and do whatever you want to do with it. When something is copywritten, it belongs to someone. They get it copywritten so that someone can't just steal it or use it for purposes other than what they intended. We call a lot of things that are copyrighted, we call that intellectual material. Intellectual material. So teachers have a little bit of a leeway when we're doing story time, when we're trying to just promote books and teach kids about books and want to inspire kids to go and find the same author. Say they might like a particular book from an author, and they go out and find that author themselves. That's kind of what we want to inspire when we're doing story time. We want to encourage reading. So for our purposes, we are allowed to have story time, but I can't go and sell the book. I can't go and change the book around, just do whatever I want to do with it. That's the purpose of copywriting things. And we have to make sure that we give credit to the person who actually created this intellectual material. Try to say that, intellectual material. So now that I've done with that, let's go ahead and get with the story.
Bark George by Jules Feiffer. George's mother said, "Bark, George." George went, "Meow." "No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Quack, quack." "No, George," said George's mother. "Ducks go quack, quack, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Oink." "No, George," said George's mother. "Pigs go oink, oink, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Moo." George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll soon get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." George went, "Meow." The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. Bark again, George. George went quack, quack. The vet reached deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. Bark again, George. George went oink. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a pig. Bark again, George. George went moo. The vet put on his longest latex glove. Then he reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George and pulled out a cow. Bark again, George. George went arf. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet and the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Hello."